So, if you've been trying to keep up with all the MCU rumors lately, you know it's a mess, right? It feels like a dozen different stories all happening at once. But what if there's a thread connecting them all? Today, we are diving into one of the coolest fan theories out there, one that weaves every single major rumor into one single epic story, called Avengers Doomsday.
The whole idea behind this is pretty simple, but honestly, it's kind of brilliant. What if every leak, every insider report, isn't a separate thing? What if they're all just pieces of a much, much bigger puzzle? What if Marvel is building towards one single, universe-shattering event?
I mean, just think about the biggest rumors flying around. You've got Doctor Doom showing up with the Fantastic Four. You have the return of Steve Rogers, this whole multiversal hunt for Loki, a final battle in Latveria, and even mind-controlled Sentinels from the X-Men universe. Now, on their own, yeah, they sound like total fan fiction, but if you put them all together, they might just be the blueprint for the entire next saga of the MCU.
So how does a story this huge even begin? Well, according to this theory, it doesn't start with a big explosion or a fight. Nope. It starts quietly, with a terrifying warning that puts all of reality on the line.
And right from the jump, this theory hits you with a massive twist. Doctor Doom just walks right into the Baxter Building. But get this, he's not there to fight the Fantastic Four. He's there to warn them. He shows up as a messenger, not a monster.
The threat he's warning them about all comes down to this one critical idea: incursions. An incursion is when two parallel universes literally crash into each other. It's an event so catastrophic it completely wipes out at least one of them, maybe both. So the stakes here aren't just one world, it's every world.
And Doom, having apparently witnessed an incursion firsthand, he lays it all out for Reed Richards. He talks about a threat so big, it makes a planet eater like Galactus look like a minor inconvenience. And somehow, he convinces Reed that the entire multiverse is on the brink of total collapse.
So with that insane threat now on the table, an unlikely alliance starts to form. We're talking heroes, villains, and legends from all across the multiverse, all having to team up for one desperate last-ditch mission.
So Reed assembles his crew. You've got the Fantastic Four, naturally. You have Doctor Doom and his own personal squad, the Harbingers. And then, in the twist that every fan has been hoping for, an alternate universe Steve Rogers joins them. Their mission is to find the source of these incursions, and they're about to get a little help from our Thor.
And the source of all this chaos? You're not going to believe it. It's Captain America's happy ending from Endgame. Yeah, this theory takes that beautiful emotional send-off and gives it this absolutely devastating consequence. By staying in an alternate timeline, Steve apparently created a fracture in reality that is now causing the entire multiverse to collapse. His one perfect life is literally destroying everyone else's.
At the same time, Thor is way out in deep space. He can feel this instability and is trying to get his daughter Love to safety. That's when he bumps into Reed's ship, sees his old friend Steve, and immediately joins the mission. So now the full team is together, and they set a course back to Earth 616 to prepare for whatever's coming.
But just when the heroes think they have a plan, just when they think they have a shot, the story takes a hard left turn. It turns out Doctor Doom, the very guy who brought them all together, was never on their side at all.
See, he had figured all of this out long before he ever went to Reed Richards. He wasn't looking for a partner, he was looking for a ride. He was using the Fantastic Four to get him closer to the true source of power in the multiverse. Okay, so here's how Doom's real plan went down. His magical senses detected the energy that was holding the multiverse together. Then, using some seriously powerful ancient magic called runes, which almost nobody but him can do, he traced that energy to its source. And he found Loki, sitting at the end of time, weaving everything together. And Doom decided that ultimate power should belong to him.
The betrayal comes to a head on the ship when Doom confronts Reed. He just completely mocks Reed's arrogance, telling him, "Your ego always assumes you can solve any problem, but there is only one way to fix this, my way." His goal was never to save the multiverse. It was to conquer it.
Doom then orders his Harbingers to split up. Some are sent to the X-Men's universe to capture powerful beings, while the rest are ordered to just kill the heroes. But one of those Harbingers is Doctor Strange. He completely defies Doom, teleports the attacking Harbingers away, and warns the team that Doom is going after Loki, telling them to go get backup while he goes to handle the situation in the X-Men universe.
After Doom's betrayal, the mission shifts dramatically. It's no longer about fixing a glitch in the timeline, it's about stopping a god. And so the heroes have to scatter to assemble the largest army the multiverse has ever seen.
Steve and Thor race to the TVA, hoping they can protect Loki. But they're too late. They arrive to find the whole place in ruins. Doom has already won. He's defeated Loki and absorbed his reality-bending power, becoming the most powerful being in all of existence.
Back on Earth 616, the Fantastic Four have been busy. They've gathered every hero and army they can find. You've got Sam Wilson's Avengers, the Thunderbolts, the full forces of Wakanda and Talokan, and eventually, the X-Men are brought into the fight by Doctor Strange. An entire world is now united against a single threat.
And then you get the moment that would make audiences absolutely lose their minds. A portal opens. Steve Rogers steps through, returning to lead the heroes of Earth one last time. Just his presence gives everyone hope. With their original leader back, they believe they might just have a chance.
Thor, however, is devastated by the loss of his brother. Fueled by grief and pure rage, he tells Steve he needs more firepower. He leaves for a moment to commune with the spirit of Odin, and he comes back not just with a power-up, but with the entire divine army of Asgard at his back. With all the armies assembled and the stakes at their absolute highest, the stage is set for the final battle for the fate of all reality.
So where would a newly crowned God Emperor go? Home! The heroes realized Doom would have returned to his kingdom of Latveria. So, under Steve's leadership, the entire united front decides to take the fight directly to him.
So how do you fight a god? Well, Captain America's plan is simple. Hit him with everything you've got. He orders the heavy hitters, Thor, Sentry, all of them to lead the charge and try to create an opening. The final battle for the multiverse has begun.
Which brings us to the final chilling question. You have every hero from across the multiverse standing against one man who now holds all of reality in his hands. It is an impossible fight with everything on the line. And the real question this theory leaves us with is, who could possibly walk away from a battle like that?